Warning, this is the top 25 episodes of My One Funny Friendship is Magic. It's 10 through 6. Any audio, video clips or used in this countdown are not meant for copyright infringement and belong to Hasbro Corporation, DHX Media, WWE, any other possible places that we may use it from. We do this for the love, and remember, these picks are clearly my opinion. I don't comment on them, but have a lot of fun. Let's start the show then. At last, my fellow equestrians, we have reached the top 10. The creme of the creme. The ultimate friendship lessons. The best of the first 65. And trust me, there's some two-parters, some controversy, mercy, and some straight-up fun on the way. So, prepare yourself. These next 5, some can be debated as to where they're placed, but the importance on this list cannot be understated. It's time to nearly finish this fight. Let's do this. Keep in mind that if you've missed any part of this countdown, my best friend and editor pony, Tyler Wooters, will have an annotation that will lead you to the last part of the countdown. That would be B, and the one before that too, on the right side, so that you can easily get to them. Last time we went from 15 to 11. So it's on to the top 10. The creme of the creme begins here, and so does a lot of debate. But there is no question that each of these next 5 deserve to be here. And to many, some of these next 5 may deserve to be top 5. But I leave that to you. Let's begin with number 10. Number 10 is, well, let's just cut to the chase. If the best Applejack show of the series is 26, and one of the best Fluttershy episodes is 15, then what's the best that Rainbow Dash has got? Well, Rainbow Dash has 3 episodes that define her, possibly 4. Sonic Rainboom, that was already on this list. Read It and Weep, that was already on this list. And these remaining 2. The first of the remaining 2, Sleepless in Ponyville, happens to get the 10 spot. Now, if you remember back in the 26 through 20 version, through the 20 through 16 portion of this countdown, how much I praised Luna Eclipse for giving Luna some valuable screen time. Sleepless in Ponyville to me was a gift from Jesus. Not only did it change my opinion on Rainbow Dash, it also gave me some more sweet Luna goodness without any Celestia interference. Yes, this episode starts out as a CMC episode, and by and large it is, concentrating on Scootaloo. As she takes this as an opportunity to get closer to her idol. But when Rainbow Dash does a good old-fashioned Boy Scout tradition, telling fire tales, the scary kind, Scootaloo is a little bit spooked. And by a little bit, we mean a lot. So much so, she decides to go all makers of Ratchet and Clank and Zombiac, and decides not to sleep. What proceeds is what exactly happens when you have sleep apnea, and we also find out what Luna does at night. Monitor people's dreams. She is your Sandman. And no, I'm not going to make a Metallica reference here. Although it would be nice, but Metallica would be more of a Nightmare Moon thing, not a Princess Luna thing. As the episode continues, the spookiness continues as well as the dreams get worse and worse. And Luna actually gives some sage advice for Scootaloo to face fear and tell Rainbow Dash the truth rather than hide it and be stuck in Freddy Kruegerville. And the overall feeling and lesson you get here about facing your fear, once again, it seems like there's a pattern in Luna episodes now about facing fear. It most certainly succeeds. And Rainbow Dash is actually very sympathetic and approachable, almost like a big sister, which establishes the start of what it seems to be a friendship between mentor and mentee. Yes, Rarity's being a total douchebag in this episode as usual, treating her sister Sweetie Belle like a pack mule, but we also get some rather sage advice from Applejack. This episode's full of great visual gags, and it's one of the best episodes featuring the Crusaders. Certainly their best outing since Cutie Mark Chronicles earlier on the list at 18, and certainly one of the finer points in the rather short season 3. Number 9. Okay, so Sleepless in Ponyville is one of Rainbow Dash's defining moments. Okay, so what is Pinkie Pie's defining moment? Going bucking insane. Party of One from season 1. to many, the episode that takes this show from kinda good to abstract great. Like I've said earlier on this list, I can only take so much Pinkie Pie in one sitting before I go absolutely insane. But this episode actually does a great job in defining Pinkie Pie's character as well as breaking it utterly, leading to one of the most memorable sequences not only in the early portion of this series, but in the entire series as a whole. I mean, Pinkamina's mental break is the kind of stuff that creates serial killers. No, I'm serious. It's that creepy. See, Bingy Bye likes the party. Maybe she should meet LMFO. Oh, maybe they'd be a great combo together. After the Harmony Six enjoy one of her vast parties, the, the next day, Pinkie Pie tries to create yet another party situation, but this time the rest of the Omni Five have an excuse to give. This causes Pinkie to be overly suspicious. What it also leads to is some classic cartoon gags, including the return of the gag used at the beginning of Griffin the Brush Off as well. Well, and dare I say it, Applejack lies! Boldface! Something, even in reviewing the show, I never thought I'd hear such a bold-faced, wide-open lie out of this pony's mouth. Mine goes completely mental and then added with some very funny interrogation to Spike. That's when her mind finally snaps and leads to the infamous scene. What then follows is a quite appropriate and quite wonderful to watch apology scene and seen an awesome lesson about believing in your friends, even if they're acting a little uncouth or crazy or unappreciative. This happens to be the third to last episode of season one, and it still holds up. And it won't be the last time we hear from Pinkamena on this list, because she's got one more in her. Oh, it's even better than this one. Number 8. Number 8. Choices, choices, choices. Could could I could I go could I go with could I could I go with episode episodes aplenty here? But I decided to choose this one. A second The second of the two parters Return of Harmony was meant to be actually the season 1 finale. But after Hasbro gave them the green light to go for season 2, this episode became the opener. And what an opener! If the pilot showed us anything about how to open a show, Return of Harmony shows 101 class how to continue a show at the start of a new season by introducing a new antagonist foil. One that has become bigger than any of the other foils. And the doer of disharmony and chaos himself, Discord, voiced by John Delancey, aka Q from the Next Generation. And you want to talk about stealing the show like Dolph Ziggler. Discord steals the show. Practically every line of dialogue, everything done by Discord in this two-parter is nearly flawless. From his first lines of dialogue to his first visual cue to the mind games in the maze and making the Harmony 6 the Disharmony 6. And trust me, all I have to say about the Disharmony 6 is this. Fluttershy. Or should I say Flutterdouche. Trust me, Rainbow going AWOL, Pinky not taking things so funnily, Applejack becoming a lying fool, and Rarity, well, there's the fault in the episode, being Rarity. Rarity are no match for inverse Fluttershy. I mean, come on. She even used a pale face joke. Yes, the way that the Harmony 6 come back together and make Discord have some Skittles is rather anticlimactic. But at the same time, the road to getting there and the fact of, once again, continuity and time passing definitely shows off. And they let the animators go nuts with Discord. Making some awesome, freaky, weird things happen in Ponyville. Villain, yes. Anything that involves Twilight in the most, I like the most. And the worst part of it is, that was the beginning of the season. A season that would define itself as the crown jewel of the series. In fact, Season 2 has the most episodes on this list. It's a trend that will no doubt continue. No, number 7. When I said that trend was going to continue, I meant immediately. With Secret of My Success, another season 2 winner. This one, unlike later in the season's episode Dragon Quest, na- nails it with a Spike-themed episode. And continuity abounds there, too. We get to see a rare sight, Spike celebrating his birthday. And although ungenerosity rarity strikes again, takes away a rare red jewel that he was about to have at a feast, when he finds out that his birthday is all about gifts, what starts out as an aw cute quickly becomes a big problem when Spike becomes the latest sad tragic story on an episode of Hoarding Buried Alive. Uh, as he starts hoarding things by the truckload, and as he hoards, much much like much like the tragic figures on that TMC series, as the pile grows, so does he. The the growth spurt is unexplained until Sakura showing back up for now the fifth time in the series explains the nature of dragon greed. But by that time, Spike has become less lovable and more King Kong slash Godzilla like. What what we get though is the closest thing we're gonna get to actual romance in the series. The implied Spike Rarity relationship seems to be a-okay seemingly. And we also get the continuity to Dragonshy when Fluttershy realizes that is Spike, but is still deathly terrified of him. And it's nice to see Twilight acting kind of like a mother here, showing massive concern and wanting to solve the problem quickly. There is a missing lesson on learning forgiveness of oneself, but I don't think that had to be visually cued. This, quite frankly, is Spike's defining moment, and just another reason why season two's main angle for delivering episodes works. But not to get greedy, but we're off to another winner. Number 6. Yes, every member of the main 6 has gotten their highlights sewed. Pinky has one, Rarity has one, Applejack has one. But Pinkie Pie has one, and Fluttershy actually has 3. When it comes down to number 6, I have plenty of episodes to choose from for the top 6 of the series. But then I remembered Rainbow Dash had another winner chicken dinner in season 3. In fact, Sleepless in Ponyville and Wonderbolt Academy, our list number 6, were essentially back to back. This episode is, without question, Rainbow Dash's best, and I dare say it literally destroyed the douchebag meter. Because how can you call this pony a douchebag after this? This. Rainbow Dash finally gets accepted into the Wonderbolt Academy, the first step of achieving our overall series goal of being in the Wonderbolts. What then follows is part funny version of Full Metal Jacket and Top Gun gun mixed with some seriously funny stuff. Side ponies from Hurricane Fluttershy make a turn as well as we finally get to see one of the Wonderbolts, Spitfire, in all her glory as a drill sergeant. Little something about me. My dad was a drill sergeant for many, many years. So trust me, I knew Spitfire's routine to try to get the best out of the recruits. Speaking of recruits, it's Rainbow happens to run into her own version of Iceman and Lightning Dust. But Lightning Dust takes a more ruthless aggression approach to accomplishing the assignments asked for. Something that, strangely, despite how Rainbow Dash's character began, ends, in, ends up in leading her debating whether to quit. And yes, there is a scene where she straight up quits. Now, if that's not character development looping all the way 180 and showing that the characters do evolve and change in this series over time, what is? It's Rainbow Dash is elected squad leader in Rainbow and the other members of the Academy learn this learn that learn that taking the easy way out or showing off is the best way, especially when it concerns other ponies' safety. And stand up for your own feelings and rights despite on what's ordered of you. This really shows that Rainbow has leadership potential and is her golden moment. Speaking of golden moments, the next video is it. The top 5. The best of the best. The 5 episodes, to me at least, that define the series as a whole through the first 65. And if you've noticed the path we're on, then you should already know what season will probably come out on top. Maybe even some of you have even guessed what the top episode is. And there's still big, heavy hitters that haven't shown up. The end may or may not surprise you, but the end is here. Next time, find peace in your own nirvana.